guys, I share Rich Legends. Welcome to the video. Send us some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. Welcome to the video. We have more Raid Shadow Legends news for you guys. Make sure you subscribe here and check out the channel notifications or whatever they say to make sure that you don't miss out on any raid news. The progressive chance event of the day. At least that's what it seems like lately, right? Happy International Lizard Day. I found that out yesterday because of the lizard event that we have in Spider right now, as well as on the progressive that we have in the game right now at the time of this recording. But we do have yet again another 15x summoning event, which we have coming up tomorrow on Friday, as well as a champion training tournament to get a perfect soul on Ramen 2, which I'll tell you guys about, kicking off on Saturday of this week. So let's take a look at all these champions here, guys. This is an interesting lineup here, and I say this all the time, but again, no guarantee that you're actually going to get these champions. Far from it. The odds are stacked against you. So, listen, they're throwing another one of these progressive chances at us like every other day, or every day in some cases. There's no way even spenders, in my opinion, should be going after all these events. I mean, like, the only way to really go after one of these is kind of hoarding your shards, and then you think that you're close, or you know that you're close to your mercy, and then it might make sense, right? So with all these videos, I'm going to keep repeating that, but just know that, like, you're going to be disappointed if you go into these events thinking that, oh yeah, I'm going to get my hands on this champion. It's really, the odds are stacked heavily against you, and I certainly wouldn't, stick to a budget is all I'm going to say if you are a spender in this game. If you're free to play, then certainly be incredibly selective with these events. That being said, an interesting lineup today. Let's just go through them one at a time, starting with Freya. Freya, I think, is A+ tier champion, you know, right below S. I think she's incredible. She's super fast. She's actually got a pretty hard-hitting nuke with a provoke on the A1. She's got an increased defense, a huge shield. Think Valkyrie level shield there on the A2, as well as a turn meter fill, a cleanse, and a block debuffs, all on a 3-turn cooldown, a great passive as well. I mean, she's a very, very, very good champion. She's probably my second favorite here out of all of these legendaries. We have Amok, it's kind of an interesting blend here of new and old champions. Amok, the first Satrap, he's an interesting champion because he has a pain link, right? He and Gizmak are the only two champions to have pain link, obviously incredibly useful in Chimera Trials. The rest of his kit is not bad either. He's got a block debuffs, a heal, a cleanse, and then kind of replace negative with positive type thing, so I guess it's a quasi-cleanse, excuse me. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, which I don't love, but overall, he's an interesting champion. He's not awful, but he's not amazing, right? I would give him probably like a B+. Then we have Brogny. Odds are you guys are familiar with Brogny, but still to this day, you know, obviously with the Grow Shield in Titus, he has, you know, even more viability than he did. He's a good champion for progression and a solid endgame champion too, just for support, right? He brings a lot to the table: block debuffs, increase attack, a shield, the Grow Shield, removing a random buff, removing a random debuff from all allies, all in one kit. He also has a burn on his A1. Pretty cool champion overall. Pretty even, you know, it's been a few years since he's been added to the game. Next up, we have Dune Herald. Dune Herald, interesting champion. I actually do not have Zarias here. Interesting. He's fast, 108 speed. He's tanky too. Good base stats, speed in all battles in the aura. You love all that, right? We have stealing turn meter on the A1, not bad. We have a potential a debuff spread, 2 debuffs from the target, placing them on all enemies. That's really, really good A1 there. You shouldn't sleep on that. And then the A2, before attacking, stealing all buffs, apply a buff spread. This is better than I remember, honestly, this kit. It's very Gamma-Ran-y, although not an AoE on that A2. And then he has an intercept stack on one ally, 3-turn cooldown, increased speed, block debuffs on all allies. Very, very nice kit. Increased accuracy on all allies at the start of the round as well. Man, I really like this dude. I don't know if he's going to be S tier in any one particular area, but like all around versatile. Really, really dig him. And then, of course, Fyna, right? The star of the show here. I have Fyna, and she's absolutely incredible. Faction Wars and in Hydra especially, but just really, really good champion here. Increased cooldown of a random skill on the enemy, on the target on the A1. And then the flow of her kit is beautiful. First of all, her passive. Whenever a buff is placed on an ally, fills their turn meter by 3%. That's great turn meter increase throughout the duration of the battle, right? And then allies deal 25% more damage when attacking out of their turn. Really nice for like ally attacks as well, counterattacks, etc., which she does bring as well in her kit. And then whenever a buff is removed or stolen from an ally, or when it expires, fills their turn meter by 10%, so more turn meter fill. That's insane. That's with 2 faction allies. And then 3, allies will ignore 5% of the target's defense for each buff on them. That's bonkers. Just massive ignore defense, because you look at the rest of her kit and it really builds off that passive, right? Plays an increased attack, increased crit rate, increased crit damage on all allies. That's 3 buffs, 3 turn cooldown. That's a 9-piece protection maven here in Fyna, the Blade of Avaria. You get an extra turn off this ability, bringing it basically down to 100% uptime on all those buffs with the 1 faction ally. Before placing buffs, a full cleanse on 2 faction allies, and then buffs placed by this kill cannot be removed on 3 faction allies. You put it all together with the You Will Not Falter. Block debuffs, block damage, counterattack on a target ally, resets the cooldown of all of their skills. This skill's cooldown cannot be decreased. You put that with the extra turn mechanic. Oh my word, beautiful synergy, an amazing design, and a fantastic, fantastic champion. Warlord, Cardio, man. He's got the best wings in the game. That's what the ladies say. That's what the woo! He's got the cleanse, the block debuffs, and the revive on death that's protected. And then he has the ally attack with increased crit damage, increased crit rate. All allies join. He's got a heal on the A1, which is not too bad, especially when you're stacking it up with ally attacks and the likes. Really good champion. He has all speed in all battles by 19% as well. And of course, Warlord, the old school at this point, king of control. He has that beautiful turn meter depletion and the full skill cooldown on his A3. He's actually a pretty good support champion with that shield and block debuffs on the A2 as well. So yeah, man, I mean, these are fantastic. Some of these are fantastic. I was actually taking another glance at Dune Herald's kit. I was like, wow, that's a lot better than I remember it. But Fyna would still be my choice there. Freya is fantastic as well. Those are my top 3, but Fyna would be my choice. And then I would go with Rio. As we said, Rio, I just think is, dare I say, she's underrated? She's highly rated, but I think she might be underrated, right? She's got a continuous heal on her A1. On her passive, when receiving any debuff, returns them back to, from this champion back to the attacker. Just straight up. It is on a 3-turn cooldown. That's very, very powerful to have. And then she lands all of these debuffs on a single target on a 3-turn cooldown, making her one of the best 9-piece feral candidates in the game. That is so much extra damage, right? So much. Let alone all the debuffs that she brings. And then she has the cleanse, the block debuffs, the big heal, all in the same 3-turn cooldown. She's just next level. I love her. All right, guys, but that's not all. This event will last for 72 hours, but Saturday, August 16th, we're planning to launch a champion training tournament where you'll be able to get a perfect soul for Ramen 2 Drake's Blood. How do you get it? Well, upgrading levels, ranks, ascending, and using skill tomes. I like when they include the skill tomes on these events versus just the ascending and upgrading levels and ranks. I don't know about you guys, but my vault is sitting, I'll just show you, right? My vault from all these events, I am just sitting there with all of these well, look at this. All of these level 60s at level 1, where I basically just, my reserve vault must even be worse, right? But like, I basically just rank them up to get the rank points, and that's it, right? Because I don't have the brews to actually, level them all up as well. But anyway, do your vaults look like mine? If you manage to take first place in the leaderboard, oh, come on, of 100 players during the tournament, you'll earn a perfect soul for Ramen 2's Drake's Blood. The higher you rank, the better the perfect soul you receive. So level 31 to 40, you get a 3-star. The higher your level, my bad, not the higher you rank. Level 41 to 60, you get a 4. 61 to 99, you get a 5. And you get a level 100, you get a full perfect soul for Ramen 2's Drake Blood, a 6-star perfect soul. Come on, man. These are nasty to get involved in, right? You always get someone sniping the last second as well. I personally, I don't know. These events where only the winner wins are tough, right? I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sure I'm pandering here, but I think it's so much better when, hey, you reach a certain threshold, even if it's a very high, and seemingly unobtainable threshold, then you're guaranteed the reward, right? Because my tournament might not have anybody going for him, and it might be easy peasy. That's the glass half full. Glass half empty, though, is that your tournament has like the biggest spender in the world, and you've got freaking Bill Gates and Elon Musk in your tournament, and you're just cooked no matter what you do, right? So there is such a level of RNG and randomness involved that it's hard to even commentate on these tournaments. So kind of a bummer that it's only first place, but hey, at least you know about it now. Guys, that's all I have for you for today's news in Raid Shadow Legends, but I'm sure we'll have more tomorrow or the next day. Stay tuned, and as always, take care, guys.